Didn't realize my mic was muted. My bad. How are you? Welcome in. You can stop spamming hi. Please stop spamming hi. I'm just checking something. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I would like to make progress on this tonight. So let's see how it goes. I should open up my reference images. That would be super helpful, now wouldn't it? Did I not save it anywhere? I'm not ready for tonight. Jesus Christ. Did I just not fucking save it? It's gonna be a tragedy if I didn't. Just looking everywhere. In my folder tree. Images, concept, work in progress, published, reference. No, it's not there. Making of. There it is. Let's cut. And paste. And open that up. Not that I really needed any of that, but it'll be nice to have. Close that one. All right, let's get started. Turn off dynamic perspective because I don't really need that on. There, something like that I'll do. I'm not super happy with what I have for the ears right now. I think they could be a little bit better. Could just be me being cynical and not liking my own work though. And I think it is because pushing it back and smoothing it out a little bit seemed to have helped a lot already. And that's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. Oh my god, my eye is killing me. I do that. We're also going to bring this up just a little bit, I think. Move that over just a little bit because I would love to try and sneak in the mouth right down here. I'm just gonna bring that down a little bit more so I have a little bit more space to work with. Yeah, that should be good there. Sorry, I'm so distracted tonight, guys. Oh, just that. I can worry about those later. Let's open up the subtools. We're gonna merge the legs down, I think. Yeah, we're gonna merge the legs down. And we're just gonna rename these to legs. And we're gonna hide that for now. We're actually gonna go auto groups, mirror and weld because they should be the same. And we're actually going to split by groups for a second because I want to divide these so they're also a little bit smoother. We're gonna delete lower. Then we are going to once again merge all of this back down. They should be together. And I can go transform, transparent. Oh, hey Peachy, how are you doing? I am, you familiar with Pokemon? The Pokemon, Zoura? It's the little black fox from Generation 5. It's a little bit of a fan art thing I've been working on a little bit. It's very basic right now. Missing... Oh, you're referring to me being live. Yeah. Yeah, you go live a few times a week. How are you doing tonight? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so let me fix the naming on that. And we are going to... I think this is the one I want. Off today, so I'm just doing some art as well. Nice. Nice. How's that going for you? What are you working on? How's that look? Alright, so that is not... the one I wanted. Actually, I wanted, is it this one? It is that one. All right, we're gonna delete hidden. Never seen 3D stuff before. I'm working on my model textures. Is your model not 3D? Could have sworn your model was in 3D. Alright, we're gonna group everything. Oh, yeah, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, they're close enough on the keyboard. It's fine. I do not need to be pulling out cables right now. That would have been bad. Oh. I would have never known. I always thought it was 3D. That's crazy. Those holes. Theory measure. F, keep groups, disable smoothing. Disable adaptive, I think. No, keep. Same, maybe adaptive. Or maybe I do keep smoothing on. Once got my ankle and big toe wrapped around a power cord and ripped my PC cable out of the wall trying to get. Yeah, I tend to, because my desk is right up against the wall, so I tend to just like prop my feet up, like push it against the wall. But there's a bunch of cables back there because I'm too lazy to organize them. And if my feet ever slip, which I just put my feet back up, I'm gonna take them back down before I do something stupid. Whenever my feet slip, I always feel myself pulling on those cables a little bit, and it scares me every single time. Let's do this. We'll go hard polish. Can I just I can just flatten this a little bit. That'll work. On the seat like a smeargle. That's fair. So what are you changing? I know you said you're working on textures for your model. What are you changing? My legs are too long for crisscross. All right, let's turn off transparency for now. Let's hide the floor because I don't really need that either. Yeah, so it's a new model for debut, so I'm working on her hair since I am late on starting to work. Ooh, that'll be fun. I'm sure it'll turn out great. I'm sure you're gonna do a wonderful job with it. All right, the question is... All right, so I can go ahead and go. Let's go. Remesh by union. Except I'm sure I won't regret doing this in the slightest. So this program is called Zbrush. It is effectively like working with a ball of clay, but you know, digitally. I went to school for like game art and game development, so that's kind of where I found out about this program. But there are free alternatives if you are interested in trying something like this out. That I just never learned and never bothered trying to learn. Although it would save me money. Yeah, a little bit. All right, so we're gonna... How does... So right now I'm just a coach at a CrossFit gym near my house or near home, and I'm trying to either get a job at a game studio or I'm just gonna try and freelance everything, but we're gonna see how that goes. So I would this is kind of like the beginning of an ongoing series where I'm working on touching up old projects that either I never finished, I quote unquote finished when I was in school, or I just don't like now. I'm gonna touch them up, fix, and hopefully revisit my portfolio with them. At least that's what I keep telling myself. So where I am right now, you would not turn this into an animated character. But there is a process that can be done to make it animated. So yes, long term, it is possible. On paper. But right now, it is not within the realm of reason to try and animate this. If that makes sense. So I'll do that. Duplicate this for now. Hide the original. Let's Dynamesh. Let's hide the lines. I don't need that right now. So I did learn how to animate things. I don't really like animating things, so I wouldn't necessarily animate things unless I really have to. But so like VTuber models can be done in 3D. It's probably a little bit more taxing on your system to do it in 3D, but it is possible. I could have it set up for figures for like 3D printing, or professionally done like resin printed figures, whatever else, for like D&D nights. Or the obvious answer is it could be, if I work at a studio, through the pipeline, characters like this would be like I would, like in this instance, I would be making a Pokemon for a Pokemon game. But that's, like I said, that's a little bit of a long process that I don't like all of. I like parts of it, not all of it. Do something like that. Here. Depends on the complexity of it, and how much I pressure myself to fix things unnecessarily. But in theory, it could be as fast as like 1 to 2 weeks. Or within reason, it could be as long as like 1 to 2 months. Again, that all just depends on what you're doing and your confidence to move on from things. Like, I tend to go back and fix a lot of things unnecessarily, so it takes me a long time to do stuff. But that's just a me issue that I need to get over. All right, something like that should work. All right, so let's go ahead, select all of this. Yes, I could, except I don't have a 3D printer. But no, there are plenty of 3D artists who do like make models like this, and then they like sell the files like ready to be printed, so you can print it for yourself and then like paint it for whatever else you wanted to use them for. Or unless you just wanted to keep them as like figures or statues, just like on display at home or whatever else. Oh, I know several people who have a 3D printer. I'd like to get one myself, but I don't have money. I also don't really have anywhere to put one at the moment. Alright, so let me check something. Alright, so that's good. And we can go up here. Extract. Not double. 0 thickness. Accept. We're gonna go AccuCurve. Do that. Let's go deformation. Inflate it ever so slightly. I don't think I put thickness on here. So we are okay. I turned off that. Okay. Let's increase. Pull that out. Straighten some of these edges a little bit. Do that, and let's go. No, that was too low. Yeah, so we'll go something like that. I kind of bounce back and forth between creatures and people. Don't worry about spelling. I can kind of figure it out. Where's my water? There it is. Wait, do I have 2 waters here? I do. Typical me. It's fine. All right, so let's dynamic. No, not dynamic yet. Delete that. Point, second point, yeah. Do it, and then if I go dynamics, stitch that here. Go extrude. Here, here, here. Something like that. And stitch to midpoint there. And then we'll do something like that. All right, something like that should be okay. Warrior, extrude, polygroup all. Oh, yeah, no, I would love to. I do need to open up commissions at some point because I haven't done that yet. But no, I would love to work with you at some point. Okay, let's say apply to that. Yeah, no, it'd be a lot of fun. I'd love to work with you at some point. All right. So that can go. Don't really need that either anymore. Turn this one back on. Do that. do that for now. Truthfully, I'd love to work on a Pokemon game, but that might not happen. I'm not going to say that won't happen. I'm not going to be negative, because then it won't actually happen. No, I think Pokemon would be a fun game to be able to say I worked on. All right, the other thing I can do is I can go ahead, merge these two down so they're together. Auto groups. Go ahead, just merge those groups together. Might mess this up, but it's fine. I'll make it work. All right. Yeah, no, they're... yeah. And they're definitely cool companies. I think like everyone else, they could always do better, but... No. I think it'd be really cool for me to one day say I worked on a Pokemon game. Hopefully said game just ends up being a well-received one. All right, let's see. What else do I want to do? Or what do I want to do next? Okay, let's... Okay, one thing I know I need to do... we're going to save this real fast. Just to make sure I don't mess up and then regret my decisions later. So we're going to save that. So did you make your model on your own from scratch, or did you like commission it and now you're just tweaking it yourself? Customizable model from VGen for like 150 bucks. Oh, that's not too bad. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'd like a project I've been procrastinating on that I would like to and need to do, actually. It's kind of like a channel mascot for myself. Editing someone else's work to make her individual. Oh, well, good luck with that. I'm sure it'll turn out great, like I said before. Yeah, so I I would like to make my own like channel mascot kind of guy, but I've just been putting that off so much. All right, so I need to move this to the bottom. I love designing things like that. Less stressful than drawing my emotes. Yeah. I'm definitely just gonna commission someone to do emotes for me at some point. I actually saw someone, I don't think it was on VGen, I think it was on Ko-Fi, who has some Overwatch and Marvel Rival themed animated emotes. I might grab some of those at some point. Alright, so the head also needs to go down to the very bottom. We start here. Or do I do it like that? Just ever so slightly inflate that. Yeah, actually, that works. Let's do that. And then I hope I remember how to do this because it's been a while since I've done this. All right, we're gonna let that load for a little bit and see how that goes. Oh, shoot, it's already done. Oh, so it merged all of that down. Okay, good to know. I didn't need it to do that. All right, so because I don't need all of that, I'll go ahead and do this. We are going to Siri mesher. Same. You'll need to unlock your iPhone first. Shut up, Siri. I'm actually not going to do anything with that because it's not permanent anyway, so. Custom moods these days are expensive. People do a pack of 10 for $100+. Makes me think prices I put are too low. I was thinking about commissioning, but I know if it's not right, I will hate it. Yeah, no, that's fair. Because, like, in a way, that's kind of why I haven't opened up my own commissions. Because I'm worried I'm not going to like it. Although I know I can change things if I don't like it for any reason. The other thing is, part of me is like, I need to finish like these 3 or 4 projects I've been putting off, and then I'll open it. But the problem is I know myself, and I'm going to keep putting these things off, and nothing is ever going to get done. Because that's just how I am sometimes. But, alright, you don't see that. Where is your Discord? See, that's the other thing. I need to organize my Discord servers. It is getting out of hand. Actually, I don't want to do it now. At some point. Actually, no, I am going to do it now because I know I will forget if I don't do it now. How much were the emotes I was looking at? My servers are in folders from least to most important. That's smart. My thing is I had everything in folders, but then I kept joining new servers and I just haven't been bothered to resort them. So, like, I have probably like 10 to 15 that are just unsorted, and then everything else, which was kind of sorted. And I could probably do a better job of sorting it. I might do what you do and sort it by like priority. Let me go to my Ko-Fi tab or page because I know that's how I can find this person. Like, my streamer friends are all in one folder, then my main folder has my server, all streamer friends, and 2 other servers I mod for. That's smart. I kind of... Like I said, I have a bunch of unsorted ones, which I need to go through. But then it's like... At first, it was supposed to be like servers of people I know in real life. So it was like school friends, just like IRL friends. And then I started adding some random ones, some extra ones got put in there. Some that are completely random. Then I have a few art related ones, like social media management. And then everything else is sorted by game. So I have like a bunch of almost strictly Minecraft stuff, 2 for Overwatch, and then 2 for Pokemon, which that kind of works, kind of doesn't. And then before I forget, yeah, those are the emotes I was looking at. I might ask this person if I wonder if they do they do commissions? Oh, they do custom request. I might look into seeing if they want to do something Lucio related for me. No, but this person does like a lot of like chibi style emotes for Overwatch and Marvel Rivals characters. Like, they look good. There's a few others in there. All right, back to what I was doing. I don't like how some of this is... No, that's fair. That is totally fair. All right, you know what? We're going to go back here. We're going to delete those. We're going to only show these. But before I do anything else, let's divide this one more time. Just to make sure a little bit more even. And we go live Boolean once again. Yes, they do. And she looks adorable, as always. I do too. I actually need to finish it. I have a very bad habit of not finishing shows because, like, I'll tend to like watch something every night, like an episode or two every night. But if I break that habit, no matter what show it is, I will just stop watching it. So I'm like 2/3 of the way done with season 1, and I just haven't picked up. I haven't finished it, and I need to. Speaking of Spy Family, 2 things actually. One. I have, like I said, I haven't seen season 2, so I don't know how many opening songs there are. I can Google that. All right, so I just Googled this. There are 4 opening songs for Spy Family. The girl that does the opening for season 2, I got to see live, which she's one of my favorite artists right now. I'm sorry if that was loud. I just smacked the shit out of my mic. That concert was a lot of fun. And then the other thing I have, which is also ironically very on topic because this is doing a little bit of Pokemon art. Let me go grab it. So I bought this a while ago. Hopefully it's not too dusty. I just knocked something over. I got this figure a while ago. Pitbull concert? Yeah, I'm not much of a Pitbull person, but I'm sure his concerts are still fun. Got a little Anya Forger statue. And she's wearing like a Sylveon hoodie, like in the snow. And oh my god, it's one of my favorite things I have. Oh, it came out. There we go. Yeah. A friend of mine sent it to me, and I told him like 5 minutes later, I'm like, I just ordered it. All right. That should fare. Who did? They got a Discord message. All right, let's try this Boolean operation again. It's still kind of messy. Can I crease? If I crease polygroup. Crease polygroup, merge try. Ooh. Ugh. I was compared to Anya Forger. It was either Eep or Moch. But I have Dory's. That's funny, but also kind of terrible. In what way were you compared to her? That's what I want to know. Do you remember? Oh, attitude-wise? I can't say I know you enough to confirm or deny that. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave that as is. I don't see it. I just try and be positive, but I do get upset over silly small things. No, that's totally understandable. I can't say that I don't get upset over dumb things or small things at times as well. I mean, for what it's worth, I don't know if this is going to make you feel any better, but my father did actually just compare me to Lewis from Family Guy the other day. I asked him what that was about, and he said that the reason he compares me to her is because I tend to be very quiet and to myself until I decide to wail on someone, and then I just roast the shit out of them, and then I proceed to being just very quiet again. They're also smug little shit. That one I can maybe kind of see. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Oh yeah, you got the smug on your face. That's funny. No, me too. So overkill, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Turn off Dynamesh. Polish by groups. I also rage bait, but I might just be a monster. A little bit of the rage bait here and there is a little. It can be healthy. It's fine. Polish by groups. So I'm trying to shift over to more like art first and then games. But like I play Overwatch and Rivals with a friend, usually each game about once a week. And I've been playing a lot of Pokemon. And then like I said, it used to be I tried to mix my art in, but now I try and do the art first and then play games afterwards, because otherwise I just won't get anything done. Let's duplicate this. Transform, transparent. Let's go. Project all. What the hell did I just do? I think I did that backwards. Project all. Nope, I don't know what I did. Had I tried to get art done off stream. I had a viewer constantly critique and correct my work instead of letting me breathe. So, see, that's fair. I would just I would time them out and just keep working. The reason I'm trying to do art on stream is because I'm hoping that as I start to build my community more, that maybe potentially converts to commissions or just shop sales in the future when I have one up and running. And plus, I also would like to... I record all of my streams, so I get VODs immediately instead of downloading them off of Twitch. So something I need to start doing is I need to start trimming and editing VODs down and then reposting them on YouTube for actual content. So that's something else I'd like to be doing. Alright, I don't need this. I'm overcomplicating this process, but it's fine. Keep groups. Go. Yeah. Do you have extra time? You can do tutorials or post them on TikTok. Yeah, that's also on the list of things to try and start doing more of. All right, so we're gonna come back here. Gonna turn off Boolean. Go back here. Oh god. I'm gonna turn off transparency. I'm going to insert that head. Yeah, so we'll get that little area carved out for the eyes, just to make that look a little bit better. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it, because I will forget. Oh, All right. Old head. Don't need any more. Let's rename that one to head. Bring that up a little bit. Bring that down. And I don't know how I want to incorporate the mouth into this. This is not something I thought about. When you say collect Pokemon as a kid, do you mean cards or like in the game? Like the games? Because I still play the game now. That hasn't changed. Cards, a little bit. I mean, I bought them from time to time. I never really like started a master set of any kind. They're kind of just all sitting in tins in the area in my room somewhere. So what got me into Pokemon? That's a good question. I saw my friend playing it one day. And I think it caught my attention at the time. And then one way or another, I managed to get my hands on someone's copy. I think they let me borrow it. Or was that it? No, I think their cartridge was broken some way or somehow. Did I break it? Is it broken because of me? Did I? Anyway, I saw my friend playing it, and then one way or another, I ended up getting my hands on a broken cartridge, and I started playing through it. And I think that's kind of where I got into the series. And the cartridge I had was for Heart Gold at the time. And then soon after, like within a year of this, Pokemon Black and White came out for the DS. And that was the first like true Pokemon game I owned. And I played the shit out of that game. And I still have it to this day. Glasses, ear subs, which yeah, still have the 2DS. And then if I can get this in so you can see all of them easier. Come on, snapping. Thank you. And then this little game carrying case, I have all of my old... That one's upside down. I have all of my old... If you can see it. There you go. I have all of my old Pokemon games for the DS still. And then I got a Switch a few years ago, so I started playing again on the Switch. All right, there isn't really... Yeah, I'd like to be an artist for games. I don't know if I want to make my own game from scratch because there's a lot. I'd say there's a lot of the process I don't like doing and therefore don't want to do. So as it stands right now, I'd love to be an artist for a company making a game. I don't want to make the entire game myself. All right, there is no one size fits all solution to this. Would you want to create the characters yourself, like your own ideas? Whether it's like my own ideas or if it's someone else, like if I'm bringing someone else's character designs to life in the game, I'd be totally fine with. Now, if one of my own original characters that I have two or three concepts planned, one of them being my channel mascot, but that's more so just a digital reflection of myself than anything else. I wouldn't say no to putting one of my own characters in a game if I liked the concept. No, so it would be the original idea behind what I would eventually decide would be my channel mascot is I wanted to make something of my own that I could turn into an actual costume for whenever I go to conventions. So like I said, it'd be a digital reflection of myself. But I mean, with me working on this now, this might be a new like profile picture for myself for a little bit. I don't know yet. No, I did not. That was not me. That was an artist I follow. I might have just yoinked the picture off of Google. But no, it is not mine. I cannot draw like in Photoshop or anything to save my life. I should probably learn. It'd probably be a good skill to have. But no. My current profile picture is not mine. I have thought about trying to remake my profile picture as like a 3D model though. Where's my reference? Where'd it go? There it is. I could make Lucio. That'd be another fun project to work on. All right. Yeah, we'll just roll with that. Gotta come by more often and getting so much done. I'm glad you're getting stuff done. Glad I could help. Actually, you know what? Let me Google a picture of an actual fox. That might help me. Okay, we're gonna go off reference a little bit, but this just seems to make the most sense. At least to me. So no poly. Can I do that? Let's go ahead and split by groups. Then all right, we will go. God, my eye is killing me. Shit. Go close holes. For now. We will actually hold on. Let me delete Hayden. No, I don't want to do that. It's probably more work than necessary. What? Okay. That's good. But for this side, I think I do want to extrude, polygroup all, open that up just a little bit. Feeder remesher, same, turn off adaptive, turn off those. Keep groups. Increase polygroup. Okay, let's see. Let me look back at No, I am not. I graduated a few years ago. Just been taking my time with things. It also feels, it's also frustrating trying to get a job right now in the industry, but I have a feeling that is all industries right now and not just what I'm trying to do. Yeah, there's been a lot of layoffs everywhere over the past few years. Honestly, even just this year, there's probably been way too many. me, let's see. Clear that because I don't need that anymore. Delete these because I don't need these anymore either. So let's delete these. I can always pick those back up if I need to. Another time. Yeah, you know what? I'll come back to this. I don't know how I want to approach that. Okay, we'll actually come back to this. I'm getting in my own head, and I need to do something else for a minute. Okay, let's look at its regional counterpart, because I want to make him as well. Before we do that, I want to work on these ears a little bit. I like the ears need to be a little bit wider. Those need to be pushed in a little bit more. And that should do it. All right, so we're gonna take this, we're gonna drag this thing all the way down to the bottom. All right, so I have to duplicate the ears so I can tweak that. It's the fluff ball on the head, the fur around its neck, and the tail that are different. Then I'll tweak that as well. duplicate that one. Okay, number 3, bring that back here. Let's rename this one to hair. I don't know what else to call it. And that one is Hisuian tail. And let's come back up. Ears. Duplicate. Close that menu. Close this. There's my remote. We'll do that. Let's drop this down here. New folder. We'll name that folder Hisuian form. Alright, so we'll hide the ears, hide the tail, hide that, hide the fur. This thing looks naked without those. That is so weird. Do one step at a time. Let's make sure. If that was IRL, what nose do you think it? What noise? What noise? I read that as nose. Oops. Would actually make IRL. I mean, I assume it's some sort of fox noise because I believe that's what this Pokemon is based off of, is a fox. So probably that. Are going to bring that up. All right, let's spin curve. Let's before I do that, because that is going to get very messed up very quickly. Let's go here. Now let's try that again. Let's bring it back like that. Go a different route with this. Let's bring this one back over to this side. Bring it up a little bit. Inflate that. Yes, I would, if I ever find one. I haven't really looked for it, but I would definitely consider competing in one of those. Honestly, even if I got to like make the art for a trading card, that would still be really cool. I remember there was one where you had made fan art and it'd been, oh, how about that? So something like that is probably good. And I can just divide that. Oh, why? You should have. I mean, I say the same thing. I probably would have done this. I would have probably chickened out at the last minute as well. Knowing me. Mom kept telling me to send it, but I got so anxious of it being made fun of, and I panicked and I withdrew the post. Well, like I said, I would have panicked and done the same thing. But also knowing now that I really want to work on a Pokemon game, I'd kind of just like, you know what? Worst case scenario, they say no. I mean, also, think about it this way. Anything you make now is, at the end of the day, in my opinion, is going to be better than anything made by AI. Because generational AI is hot garbage. Plus, it's more about the journey than it is the destination. Or at least I try and tell myself that. I still stress about everything, but I at least try and tell myself that. I actually don't think I need this. I can delete this one name and just do that. I'll just bring this down like this. I think that already looks so much better. totally basing this off of someone else's fan art, but it's fine. It's fine. Ugh. Oh, thank you for the posture check. No, I don't like that. I'm gonna keep it lean back. Okay, everything's fine. Alright, we'll do... Yeah. Should be okay. Trying to not stress about that too much. Thank you so much for the follow. Aquel? Is that how you say that? Aquel's BMW 20? I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. If you don't know me very well, my name is Roguruji. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. I am doing some Pokemon fan art right now of both regional forms of Zoura, who actually happens to be probably my favorite Pokemon, which is why I also used him for my channel point image. So yeah, kind of just working on the block out for the Hisuian counterpart. I'm trying to reuse as much of it as I can. But yeah, it's going pretty well. If I'm not doing art, I like to play Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, also Pokemon. And then there's other stuff sprinkled in there. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me. I hope you're doing well. Like I said, thank you for the follow. And, how are you doing tonight? I'll have to work on that. I don't like that. Hello, greetings from Colombia. I don't speak English, but I really enjoy watching and learning about design. Oh, awesome. Again, thank you for the follow. Don't worry about not speaking great English. It is my primary language, and I still mess it up. It is confusing more often than it should be, especially for me. But, yeah. Like I said, thank you for the follow. If you have to, Google Translate it. And I will do the best I can to answer you if you ever have any questions. Again, like I said, thank you very much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Let's actually... We're gonna pull this side down so it looks a little fuller. We'll go. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, Peaches. Peachy speaks Colombian. Speaks Colombian? Is that a language? I don't know how that works. But while both of you are here, do I have the shout out command still? Spanish. Okay. Oops. My bad. Oh, I got rid of that bot. I don't have a shout out command anymore. Oops. Go check her out as well. Yeah, go check her out as well. She's awesome. Oh, God. What just fell? Oh, and my charger. Okay. Nothing to be worried about. Just feed that through and throw that off to the side. Actually, I'll keep that on because I will probably need it. So we'll do something like this. Let's bring this side up, bring that side down. And Can go. Flatten that out a little bit. Do that. This feels... Thank you, Peach. That means a lot. It is a learned skill. I will say that. It is... When I first went to... when I first started the university classes, I had no idea what any of this stuff is or what I'd be doing. I would be blowing young me's mind. I can't really say young me. That was only a few years ago. Past me would be blown away by how confident I am now. And that's only because I've been doing it for a while. And truth be told, it's kind of just a lot of guesswork. I'm kind of like, looks good enough for now. We're just gonna move on. Either that or like the ears. No, not the ears. Like the snout / mouth. I was like, I'll come back to. Because like, I'm not super happy with that. So I'll tweak that at some point. A little bit later. Gonna round out the head. You look invested, which means you have a passion. Oh yeah, no, I definitely do. I do love working on this kind of thing. It's a lot of fun. Stressful, but a lot of fun. At least it can be stressful at times. But again, I also suppose that's just everything. So. All right, let's do this tail real fast. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and call it a night because it is getting late for me. And I am getting tired. Me too. Me too. I tend to try and eat and sleep all of my stress away, and I'll be honest, I don't think it's working. I do go to the gym a lot, which that I think helps. That helps because it's a few hours so I can kind of just escape everything. I mean, to be fair, so is this until something starts getting on my nerves. But yeah. Tend to take my meds when I freak out. Yeah, I'm fortunately not on any medication. I probably could and should be on something for like ADHD, but I'm not because I don't want to spend the money to go to the doctor and get it. That's probably just more of me running away from my problems. But it's fine. It'll be fine. I hope. Let's do that. We'll go Dynamesh. Let's smooth this out. No, that is not what I want. Can I? Is that? Can I get away with just doing this? No, no, I can't. Maybe I can. Let's see how that goes. And then we'll pull a second one. We'll make this one a little bit bigger. If we go from this side, let's go upwards with that one. Okay, not that far up. Meds can be helpful, but it's so much work to find what works for you. No, that's fair. Do I have it here? I do not. I was gonna say I'll just stick to my old reliable caffeine, but I don't have an old energy drink can by me. I've already thrown it away, and I just took out my trash. Yeah, I just took out my trash, so it's not like it's in here anymore. Let's go transparent so I can see it. I want to be able to see it from behind. Let's do something like this. Let's bring it out a little bit more. And then this one, just nudge over to be something like that. Oh, okay. Disable transparency on that. And besides the lack of colors on this, I would say it is looking pretty good. How did they do the ears? I'll go AccuMove. And we'll just move these out. I didn't want to smooth it out like that. She never got back with me. Okay, hopefully everything's okay. Um, turn that off. Build up. Just going to ignore that. We'll turn on back face. All right, let's smooth this out for now. And that'll be fine. So ears can be something like that. And then I need to move this over and around a little bit. All right. Duplicate this. We're gonna rename this. Hisui eyelash. And name that just regular eyelash. If I hide that for a second, that looks terrifying. Just blank stare. Once again, thanks, Juju. I am currently working on bits for its Hisuian counterpart. So the white and red version from Legends Arceus. So that way I have both versions of the Pokemon to work with. And thank you very much. How'd your stream go? I was kind of lurking in the background the entire time, so I didn't get a chance to watch a whole lot of it. Let's like this side. Delete hidden. Go move. Let's inflate these a little bit. Why I changed your Pokemon for you? Now you're Zekrom. You know what? I'm fine with that. I loved him back in Black and White. Honestly, I really like both of the Legends from Black and White, despite how bad they might be competitively. Who I'm working on, Zoura. I like both original forms. I struggle picking between the two. Like in terms of which version of it is my favorite. I think they're both really cute. I would have to say though, I might lean slightly more towards the Hisuian counterparts. Just because I like the shiny Hisuian Zoro arc more than the shiny version for the original form. Because I think the purple looks so much better, like the bright purple looks so much better on the white than the dark purple does on the black for its base form, like the Unova counterpart. But other than that, I don't really have any. I struggle picking between the two forms. All right, this one looks a little more sad. Probably has to do with the fact that it's dead. That was very dark. I should not have said it like that. But still. This one is definitely more sad. So we'll droop the eyebrows the opposite direction. And then we will also go modify topology, close holes. So how's your Nuzlocke going? I saw you were still playing that. Did you start a new one? It looked different. Right, we do not need to worry about how dense that topology is right now. It'll be fine. All right. I think that more or less covers the general changes between the two forms. All right. It is getting late for me. I do need to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me, chatting. If you were lurking, I also really appreciate that. It means the world to me. If you haven't heard, my name is Roguruji. I'm a variety streamer. I'm trying to do more art. I do some Overwatch, some Marvel Rivals, a lot of Pokemon, and other things thrown in. If you are above the age of 18 and you want to join my Discord, links are below. And if you're not, please don't. And yeah, I'm gonna go right out on Twitch. But first, final look around. This is the Hisuian version of Zoura that I have so far. Still work in progress. Obviously, need to add colors and make it production ready. Thank you, Peachy. And then I can also hide that folder. And if I come back here, I can turn that on. And then I have the other regional form all nice and ready. Not ready, but in a very similar stage. So with that, let's save again, just so I don't lose anything. Version 4. Where are you going to go to? Just chatting. We're going to open up the stream manager. And let's see. If anyone is live that I know that I can raid out. There are a few people. Let's see what they're up to. Following, he's doing Fortnite, Champions, Phasmophobia, some Overwatch, some more Overwatch, Battle Golf, Minecraft, League, and she's yapping away. All right. We're gonna raid a friend of mine out. He's awesome. He's always lurking here. He's also usually on his own stream, so I can't blame him for not being able to chat, but he's been awesome. He's a great guy. I will be live again tomorrow. I believe my buddy and I are playing Overwatch. So if you guys like Overwatch, feel free to stop by and watch us play for a little bit, or even join us. It's usually just the two of us. So, you guys are welcome to join. Just let me know. And I'm sure he's totally okay with it as well. He usually is. So, yeah, that being said, let me actually start the raid. And I will see you guys soon. Like I said, thank you guys for lurking or chatting. It means a lot to me. And I will hopefully see you guys soon.